Hello everybody and welcome to JSmith takes a quick look at Anodyne. This game was developed by Sean Hogan and Jonathan Kitaka, released this month actually, PC, Mac, Linux on February 4th, 2013, and it's available on Desura, GamersGate, or direct from the website for $10. You could also find it on Steam Greenlight if you wish, and I do highly recommend an upvote there because I'm really having a good time with the game so far. So what is Anodyne as we look at this pretty interesting, I don't know, main menu, and it's really, as you can see, it's really focused on the pixelated art form that you might have seen in the 16-bit era. And this game actually reminds me of some of the heavy hitters in that era. It evokes an art direction of maybe Chrono Trigger, the adventure style of Link to the Past, and for whatever reason, it has this kind of quirky sense, or even like an eerie sense of Earthbound or Mother 2. But anyways, I'll get into that in just a little bit. I'm going to start a new game. Yes, I am sure. Really? Yeah. No going back. I know. Press C to start. So I want to start off with just kind of like my initial impressions. I was able to play this game for a little bit beforehand, just to, I don't know, get a feel for the game, but I do want to give you guys some perspective of how the game actually starts, and hopefully, if I can get a little farther, I want to show you a little bit about the adventure part of the game as well. So without further ado, let's press C to start. Mysterious voice. Hello. Young. Young is my character's name. Hey. Oh, you can hear me. Good. Now listen. You're about to wake up. You will use the arrow keys to move around. Alright, I can do that. Seems simple enough. Here is my main character. Quirky little guy. Kind of, even like this main character reminds me a little bit about Earthbound. But it's a little bit later on that you'll see the Chrono Trigger reference that I'm maybe talking about. It's been a while since I played Chrono Trigger 2, so feel free to disagree with me as you feel necessary. You will press the C key to interact with objects and people around you. Super simple. It looks like I gotta press these two little, I don't even know what those are, control panels. Get away those cubes. And you will press the Enter key to access the main menu, which will provide you with information about yourself and your surroundings. So I have a map, I have items, I have cards, and I'm able to save and check out a little bit of the configuration files. So, don't really need that right now. And I will continue on through these portals. Let's see what this thing has to say. There is writing scrawled on the rock. Sometimes, if you talk to people multiple times, they have new things to say, which is pretty true in a lot of typical JRPGs or anything of this sort of nature. But not rocks. Rocks don't do that. Of course not. That would just make no sense at all. So leave that rock and go up and find the Cloaked Man, which is so tried and true in this kind of genre. Well, it's about time. Greetings, young. I am Sage, the village elder. There's not much of a village here. You have been summoned here because the darkness has been spreading across the land. The darkness seeks the legendary Briar to use the Briar's powerful evil. You must reach it first. You must protect the Briar. So not really too much of an introduction here. I don't know what the Briar is, I don't know what the Dark Force is, but I know I gotta stop it. While standing on the checkpoint, press C to save your progress. And set it on your respawn point if you die. I haven't died yet, but I hope I continue that trend. But I'll continue on. I don't think there's too much else in terms of what this guy's going to say. Enter the active portal on your left to begin your quest. Well, I could do that. So this will be sort of the hub world as you continue along playing the game. You have access to a few different outlets all around me, but I can only go through the one portal. And as I get closer to it, you can notice that it turns into kind of like a moving road. And when you're away, it kind of stands a little bit stagnant. So, let's jump to the road. See what's going on down here. And one thing I really hope that you guys notice is the soundtrack for this game. It's very ambient, very almost ominous. There's it's just a subtle thing that it brings the mood so far into, your current state of mind, and it's really great. And when you get the actual game, I believe you have the opportunity to download the entire album, and I think I read that it's over 90 minutes long, maybe it's over 60 minutes long, I'm not sure, but it's a substantial amount of time for a game of this caliber. And speaking of the game's length, on the website it says you can beat it between 6.5 to 9.5 hours, which doesn't seem too long, but for $10 and the amount of polish that this game seems to have, honestly I think it's well worth it. And I do want to recommend, if you like this kind of art direction, you kind of like the art style, pick it up, give it a try, see if you guys like it, and almost, if you do like it, let me know in the comments. It certainly is a game that I look forward to playing a little bit more as weird, creepy people start chasing me down and disappearing right before my very eyes. That's something I would imagine happens a lot lately. So the first stage of this is kind of serving as a tutorial. Your broom is now full of dust. Attack again to place it. So I can pick up dust and I can drop it with my trusty broomstick. Kind of an interesting choice of weapon for a main hero to a game, but it's something quirky and something a little bit different, and I kind of like that in this. I will continue going up. Heads up! Oh, it's a pretty little girl crashing her bike. What are you doing here? Sorry about that. I was going way too fast, you're telling me. Oh, I've never seen you before. Are you a fellow traveler? Huh? You want to protect the Briar from the evil darkness? Well, I have no clue what you're talking about, but sounds cool, I guess. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. You want to come with me? I've just been out and about peddling my wares. What? No, I'm not a salesman. Where's the name of my bicycle? Oh. Can I have it? Well, maybe I'll run into maybe we'll run into each other sometime. I'll let you know if I hear anything about that Briar. Well, I appreciate your honesty and trustworthiness. I will see you later. You have a good one, my lady friend. As you can see, combat is pretty basic. Being able to move, navigate in all 4 cardinal directions, but one thing I do like is the ability to go diagonal. In some of the 16-bit genre games, you weren't really able to do that too well, but this game, or maybe it's 8-bit that I'm thinking that you weren't really able to go in that direction. I come down here, I can see this locked gate. I don't have a key, so it will remain locked until I go forward. So again, this first part will serve as a little bit of a tutorial, being able to go through and kind of, I want to say this is the game treating me with training wheels right now. So it's not giving me too much time or too much opportunity to explore on my own. It's sort of linear right now, but as I go forward, you will and continue on with the game, it will get open. And as soon as I kind of go in through this temple in front of me and beat that, that's when the game starts to open up a little bit more. This will just, again, serve as a little bit of a tutorial. So your skills will be put to the test, young. In order to make it through this temple alive, you will need both strength and intellect. And I assume by this point you have found a weapon. Oh, I found a weapon. What? I mean, yes, of course, a broom. Just as it was foretold in the legend. Well, I can only do so much. Of all the incompetent, hey, what are you still standing here for? So, like I said, art direction kind of reminds me of Chrono Trigger. The adventure style draws heavily, at least to me, from Legend of Zelda, and a little bit of the quirkiness to the text and everything else. And even the art direction of the characters reminds me a little bit of Earthbound. Now those are heavy hitters. Don't assume that I'm saying this game is just like all 3 of those. It's really just kind of, what is this guy talking about? Of course, I never found anything. Of course not. Why would you? This game, it takes things from all 3 of those amazing games, and I think it does it in a way that it's able to hold its own. I really do believe that. So without further ado, let's go check out what's in this temple here. So I'm going to use the C button to save. And the reason I don't want to rush through, but I am going to rush through because I want to show you a little bit later, a little bit of what the later levels look like. And I can't really do that without kind of showing you what, oh my goodness, I'm at a loss for words, I can't believe it. showing you a little bit of what the beginning stages look like compared to later on. Because right now it seems a little bit drab, it seems a little bit dreary. But later on you're going to start seeing some more colors integrated and a little bit of a more jovial mood, I would say. So I need to figure out a way to put these dust clouds in front of these laser beams, because I don't want to be struck by a laser. I'll continue moving onwards after that. Again, very Zelda-like, especially this first dungeon. I haven't got to any of the future dungeons, but if they're all like this, everyone will kind of be, oh, well, this just reminds me of the original Zelda games and pretty much all the 2D Zelda games, not even the originals, I suppose you could wrap the Minish Cap into that as well. And I don't think, what the heck were the Spirit Tracks and... oh, what was the one that you're on the boat? I forget, for whatever reason. I'm a sad, sad man. Continuing on, but yeah, it draws a little bit from all of those. So here's my first card that I picked up, and I think I'm missing one that I could have got on the outside, but I didn't grab. Jillo there, young. So goo of you to finally, or so goo to finally meet you. Oh my gosh. Why don't you sit for a minute? I was just putting on some tea. Well, that's kind of cute. I'm not sure what the cards do at this point in my life. One thing that I have noticed is that when I go to set controls, I have up, down, left, right, attack is C, and question mark is X. I don't have anything to put in there yet, so I'm really interested in finding a little bit more about the game after that. But c'est la vie, I mean, it can only do so much right now, which isn't too bad. Just, again, first impressions of the game. I'm having a lot of fun. It's interesting, it's challenging, but I'm really looking forward to finding a little bit more of the adventure parts of it. And I'm not going to be able to... ooh. Okay, get up here, and hopefully I'll be able to kill this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach it from here. Wait until that, and wait until it one more time. Ah, I got hit! That's not good. Alright. Nope. I need to go over here, I think. There we go. Simple, kill the angry bad dude problems here. Little tip for this particular level. Gotta shoot that guy up first. Stand on the switches at the same time, which will allow me to continue my journey forward. I want to... I guess I could go up, but I want to see what's actually over to the right first. So using my dust broom trick to get up through here, I will be able to go to the right. And to the right, I will press the switch. I'm going to need to kill all the bad guys, which I haven't been able to do because I left that one guy kind of open to the top right. But I can go and kill him fairly easily, I think, if I keep going over here. Kill the bad guys. Kill you. Actually, I could probably just use my key and go through that door. There we go. Much easier. Head up here through this little gate. Kill that guy. And now I think maybe yeah, okay, so he'll stay dead. And I'll be able to navigate down, hopefully not getting killed by bats along the way. Keep on keeping on. Up. And let's push you in the way. Oh, I probably could have grabbed that dust bunny at the bottom, but I will finally arrive at the boss stage. Oh, isn't this cute? I might die, to be honest. I've lost 2 health, and I think I survived this guy with maybe 2 health the first time. So we'll see. Oh, isn't this cute? Precious little young, playing the hero, but I have witnessed every step you have taken in the land. And let me tell you, young, not everyone here is as honest as me. Be careful who you trust. Alright, I'll try to remember that. But I got to stay safe, got to stay clear of this guy, and unfortunately, I'm really bad at figuring out where he's going to go. Although, oh my goodness, that was god-awful. So going from not getting killed at all from him to just getting kind of completely annihilated makes me a little bit sad. But let's see if I can do this if I try one more time. So, go up here, and now I need to successfully beat this guy. Just need to remain calm, collected, and hit him a bunch of times before he can hit me. So, and that's 3 times. That's better than last time. Careful! Oh my goodness. Why do I do this? Alrighty. I think I can kind of get this. Now we'll use these laser beams, and as long as I maintain near my dust bunnies down here, he won't be able to hit me. So I'm going to wait for him to come back down again. It seems those are the best times to hit him. There we go. I will be with you, young, whenever you are alone. Ooh, I'm not sure if I like that. Remember my advice to your little adventure. Alrighty. Whenever I'm alone, big creepy face man will be my guide, my knight in shining armor, coming to my emotional rescue. And if this doesn't seem familiar to any of you, you need to catch up on your Zelda lore. But this little fairy guy will basically just rate my little life bar up top and give me another one, so that's cool. Thank you, Sage. At this point, you are still weak. If you hope to protect the Briar from the darkness, you must face your fears. The card you will find in this chest, and others like it, are symbols of your growth, so acquiring them is absolutely vital to your quest. Alrighty, but first I want to grab this key. Remember that gate that was blocked a little bit earlier? Well, I can finally get through that as soon as this comes down. Kind of crashes down on me. It reminds me of maybe Super Mario 3, getting the wands. And here is my weird-headed bro, who is my latest card. I will be with you, young, whenever you are alone. That is just a creepy, creepy statement. So let's go down here. Let's save and continue my journey to the right. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with the statue. The statue does not look like it will be moving anytime soon, so I will neglect that. I will go up here. It's back to the hub world, which is basically where I was the first time. But I'm not going to go back all the way to the beginning. I'm going to go to the forest area and figure out where to go from here. And like I said, I do want to... Oh, really? The bat hit me and it made me go backwards. So as I kind of bring this video to a close, I want to get to the next stage, but I do again want to reiterate that I do recommend this game. And for $10, if you're a fan of any of the early Legend of Zelda games, I think that you guys might really find something special in Anodyne. It's I don't know, there's something about it. It really draws from that whole that 16-bit era, and it's not like the typical indie games that I say typical indie games, and I don't mean that. It's not like an indie game using pixelated graphics because the developers weren't necessarily like good at art or they didn't have time for art. I feel like a sense of accomplishment that the creators had for this game, or an art style or direction that they had and they wanted to use, and I think it is fully fledged as looking like a 16-bit era game, whether it's in visuals and music and sound. Everything just really kind of reminds me a lot of that era. And growing up in that Super Nintendo, Sega, Genesis era, this game it pulls on the heartstrings almost. So the words on the sign are faded, unfortunately. And so this is the second part of the game that I was talking about earlier. And so I've moved past and beyond the point of, or the dreary, the drab kind of art direction of the beginning, into this art style and colorful, unique, I don't know, happy grass almost, kind of reminiscent of, Legend of Zelda, even with a lot of these enemies really remind me of that as well. What the hell is this thing? I have no idea. What are you doing here, punk? Get lost. I caught it fair and square. You got a box? It looks like metal is Solid Snake underneath that? I have no idea. But anyways, I wanted to make sure I got to this point at least in the game, just so I could show you a little bit what it looks like after those beginning stages, because, maybe I don't think that the beginning part, it's kind of almost linear, it's kind of dreary, it's dark, and you kind of don't know what the future of the game will hold. And I really wanted to get here just to kind of show you guys a little bit more about it. Oh my gosh, what an honor. My name is Mayo Zhao Tuaner, Chosen One in training. Can I follow you around for a bit and watch the Chosen One in action? Of course you can. You can follow me around for a little bit. I'm just going to go south here. I'm going to talk to my lady friend who I spoke to earlier. See what she's up to. Remember me? I forgot to introduce myself the last time. I only introduced my bicycle. Where's? My name is Mitra. Mitra, so how have you been, young? What? How did you know? Oh, how did I know your name? You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on the back of your hoodie. I guess that makes sense. See you around, young. So how have you been, young? What? How did I? Oh, well, I guess it's just gonna repeat that. I like Mitra, and Where's is a handsome bike. Where's is a really handsome bike. So west is the beach, east is the forest, southeast is the rainy area, and north is the temple grounds, northwest is a chasm. Anyways, that is going to bring me to an end of this quick look at. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like this game. There's just something about the art style, the direction, that, you know, $10. I say it's worth it. I say go try it out, see if you like it. If you're a fan of all those old school 16-bit genre games, I think you're gonna really find something enjoyable for this. Maybe if you even haven't even got into those games, but you also want to support some indie devs. What's that cool stone thing, young? Does it make you go back in time? I don't think so. What happens if I go back here, actually? Icky said I shouldn't go anywhere, it's unsafe. I'll see you later, young. Oh, okay, so cat person just left. I'm gonna go back to my hub world. Oh, I don't think I've been in this part yet, so I can do a little bit of exploration. So there's plenty of worlds, or at least save points, that I can go to and teleport to along my journey through this game. And I can't wait to actually get to those points as well. So stay tuned. Actually, I don't even know. Let me know if you want to see more of this, I suppose. I always like to listen to the community when I do these quick looks, and that's how I kind of gauge things for potential Let's Play series down the line. But thank you guys very much for watching and checking this out and sticking with me. Do recommend Anaden. Go buy it for $10. Go upvote it on Steam Greenlight, and just go and enjoy the game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me some feedback. Let me know if you want to reach me outside of YouTube. You can always do that on Twitter. It is JSmith_OTI. Once again, thank you guys very much. I love you. Take care and support indie devs near you. Later, guys.